Hi guys, we're here at the Condor booth. I'm with the legendary Joe Flowers, and he's going to take us through and show us some of the new models that's coming out from Condor.
I believe I'm with another legendary Joe as well. What is your YouTube channel and how do we smash that subscribe button?
Prepper in the Woods. Please.
Prepper in the Woods.
Yes, please Definitely. Go over and have a look.
Yeah, and if he needs anything from Condor, we'll let him know. So you guys in the comments, let him know, hey, we want you to review this on your desk by Monday.
Yes, thank you.
Come on down, we'll show you this area of cutting accoutrements and show you some cool stuff. So probably, for me, my favorite knife whatsoever is the pterosaur. Joe, come on over here. I would like to have you hold this with your hand.
Yep.
So, we tried to design this. This was my very first knife design in like 2009. I was like 25 years old or something like that. And I started to design knives. And they asked about 10 years later for the best design that I could do in polypropylene. And that's where this guy came in. I have $300 knives, Joe. I still use that one. It's around 50 quid. I really, really like it. I'm surprised I don't have mine on me right now. It's actually in my bag over there. But I use it a lot with Bushcraft. It's point down the center line, 4-inch handle, 4-inch blade. I learned that from Morris Kahansky, and he really, really enjoys that size. That seems to be the proper Bushcraft knife. Now,
can I just tell you what I like about this knife?
Go for it.
So on this knife here, the grip is great.
Cool.
So I have a large, extra large hand. I like that grip. I can feel the lines in my hand, which will help with the grip. But also, as an older person, I do like the little bit of guard here.
Yeah, there's just the tiniest bit.
Yeah, just enough where my fingers know the edge there. Yeah. I know I'm not going to slip. I might be older. You know, like me, I'm a type 2 diabetes, so my fingers aren't as great as they used to be, so my grip. So I know my hand's not going to slip towards the blade now because I have that. And nice little bit here too as well.
That tiny guard, that's a very good point, Joe. That tiny guard is very important just to have that dexterity to make sure that you don't run up on the blade, right? Yeah. So that's really important. Yeah. There are some knives without guards. Ooh, are they dangerous? I don't know. For instance, apparently we sold it, guys. The Woodlaw. So there are some without guards, like the Condor Indigenous, but once again, Morris Kahansky, this wonderful Canadian bushcraft god, taught me that if you do this pinch grip, you hardly ever walk up on the knife. But in some cases, I do want that guard.
I prefer it.
Yeah, me too,
as a customer.
Yeah, definitely. This is Condor Indigenous. I watched the Moana way too many times, so I got into Polynesian designs. So Sami culture and Polynesian culture, we put some of the logo or some of the styles of styling, I guess you call it styling, on the sides there. If you look at this knife, it'd be very boring if we didn't have any of the patterns on there. So then we put the embolizing the brass wrap on there as well too. Now, let's talk about big choppy things.
Go on. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. And do you have Band-Aids?
On me, yes.
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I heard that about you, and I came prepared.
Perfect. Cool, because we have to double check. So this is a parang. You know, Lofty Wiseman is one of the forefront Englishmen who really was a proponent for the parang. So this is one of our most popular parang models.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it doesn't matter who makes it, guys. Not Condor, anything aside, all machetes matter. What you'll see is there's a distal taper, which means it gets thick here and thin to the bottom.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Really important for the balance too.
Yeah.
When you're using this, can you do that?
Yeah.
And now put it around the handle, and now flick it. That's how you really work a machete, my dude. That's this okay grip. That flicking, everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna have tons of beef jerky and beer. They have this. I'll get back to you. They have this hard grip, When you have that flicking grip, hence the Band-Aids, when you have that flicking grip, that's what really makes it work.
Yeah, very comfortable handle. Again, I do like how the handle, nice and thick, comes around there, so I'm not really worried about it. I do feel it just on the bottom of my handle.
Yeah.
I do like the brass pins as well, and that nice little makes it look nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Goes with the wood really well as well.
Yeah, that's it. He knows what he's talking about. Yeah, all you stylists, come talk to him, because the brass and the wood seems to work very eloquently together.
Very nice.
That's
even,
what we
even
went
down
for.
to the hollow pin here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And brass is a very forgiving material. It's been around forever, y'all. If you look at like 1700 style knives, you'll see some of the brass all around there. So it's a classic, good material too.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
There's a small spot here though, so you don't run your hand up.
Yeah.
That you can use a chef's pinch grip for. So if you grab this and do that, you can do a lot of small knife tasks with the big knife.
Yeah.
So that's where you get that's what you get with this one. There's tons of other things here. You can find out more at condortoolandknife.com. But more importantly, if you want to come out to the bush, come to bushcraftglobal.com. We're actually partnering with a UK buddy, Hal Bushcraft, for our 2027 trip. It doesn't matter what knife you use. All knives matter. So please bring your knives down, come to the Amazon jungle. We will show you a place where sometimes we have to force people to get back on the plane. Our biggest problem is people wanting to live down there. It's heaven. So I also give you an open invite, Joe.
Oh, thank you very much.
So come on down.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.